Oh, guys, we're on already. No, don't say hi yet. That's not how we talked about this. Hello. Hello, Twitch. This is Review It Live. This is a very special panel in that the panelists have no idea what they're in for, and they do no preparation, and they find out when they get here. Last year was really silly. This year is actually a little bit more serious because we teamed up with Twitch and Tea Time Animation to do a 48-hour animation jam. And at first, that was going to be kind of the second half of this, as we were going to look at some of the student submissions and the various submissions we had for the animation jam. But it exploded. We had 62 submissions to the animation jam.
How many?
62.
62?
Wait, you're not supposed to talk yet.
Sorry.
God. The animators are lit. So, it's the end of the day, guys. All right, yes, Review It Live. This year is actually an awards show for the 48-hour animation jam that was put on by Tea Time Animation. 62 teams submitted. The theme of this year's animation jam was weapon of choice. So they had to find a unique way to use a weapon. Their challenge was they had to make a series of animations. They had to make 4. An idle, a movement, an attack, and a death animation. They had to do this as a team of 1 to 4 people, and they had to do it within 48 hours. That is, yeah, everybody's taking notes. Christian forgot his notepad. So
I wasn't told to bring a notepad.
Well, technically, I didn't tell them anything. I don't know why anybody brought a notepad. That was actually pretty insightful. All right. That's what we're doing today. Now, please introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Jay Hosfeld. I'm an animator, lead animator at Epic Games.
Why did you have an English accent? That was super weird.
It rubs off sitting next to you.
Hi, I'm Christian. I'm an animation director for Lucid Games.
Hi, I'm Almudena Soria, animator at Naughty Dog.
All right. Are you guys? Oh, shit. I should do that too. Hi, my name is Gwen. My name is Gwen. I'm co-founder of the Molasses Flood. Yeah, here we go. So.
You know what this needs before we start?
What does it need?
It needs wine.
It needs wine?
It needs wine. It needs wine by maybe an award-winning animator that brings us wine.
What are you
who's
doing?
not really listening.
No.
So,
No.
yeah, no, don't matter.
You don't have enough time for this shit, man. Come on.
All right, no wine.
God, you're already drunk, man. Keep it together. This is serious. These guys actually did an amazing job. Do you understand? We had to call this down. Okay, so 62 people submitted. We called it down to 6 animations. 3 animations in 3D and 3 animations in 2D. We're going to choose, what you guys are going to do today at the end of this, after you've looked through them all, is you're going to choose the best in show for 3D and the best in show for 2D. Also, everybody who's watching this on Twitch, you're going to choose a fan favorite. I think there's a thing you can type in. It's ! fan favorite, fan fave. If you type in ! fan fave, you get to choose. That'll get you the Survey Monkey, where you get to choose what you think is the best one. So yeah.
Is that F-A-V-E?
I didn't. Why are we troubleshooting this? I don't know. They have a chat. They'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. Let the sober people figure that shit out. All right. Here's the first submission. There we go.
Is that a paintbrush? That's a paintbrush. Very nice. Yeah, I like how it kicks that off. That's great.
All right. That was the idle. Now we got a movement.
I do like that, I said.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that guy running at me.
Nope. Oh, man. That is beautiful.
That is super nice. The attack's super nice.
Oh, hello. He just like drawing on the floor. And even notice this is it's in engine as well. So if this is a real piece,
Yeah.
like okay, extra marks for
This is
taking it outside of Maya. Put it on repeat.
So that painting was his last hurrah. Like he's like, that's my last painting before I go.
I'm actually not very sure about the idol. I think it would be very repetitive. Like if you keep seeing this over and over again, you don't have like a still pose, you know, to like come.
I imagine it was like they were thinking this would be an idol, and then they had like a fidget, right?
I see. So incidental idol, that'd be cool. Yeah.
It's good idle. If I would give feedback, I would say think about distance in a game. Sometimes you see these guys smaller on the screen, and you need to see that movement a little bit bigger. It might not read.
I'm gonna go back to that. It's like, to me, it looks like there's a little bit of the weight looks like it's kind of off balance.
Yep.
So if we see it from like the orthographic, like the front view, like that side view is fine. The posing is great on there. There's some really nice kind of extension on the fingers and the weight and everything. But if you look at it from the front, so if we get there, you go. So if you see this, so it kind of looks to me like it's a little off balance. What I'd have is, if I could draw on this screen, that'd be amazing. Where's the crayons?
Can you activate them? The crayons would not show up on Twitch.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it's like I would have it maybe leaning over onto that right leg a little bit more, and then I think that would kind of work. But posing's fine. It's to me that would just be you just move it over a little bit.
Little nudge.
But still, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I would say if you can try to do this yourself on a mirror, you would see that how your weight is leaning over that, and like you will have like a straight kind of line on that leg, because now your root is like projecting in the middle. As well as like I would try to do something with the arms so they're not like so symmetrical, from the front especially.
The kick's cool.
I like the kick. Yeah.
Kick's cool.
So like but overall. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the idle. So if we have a look at let's quit. So the run. What do you guys think of the run?
I like the timing of the footsteps are really nice.
Some good overlap on the brush as well. Okay, so let's go into the attack a little bit. How much have we got for each one?
I mean, this is supposed to be a 30-minute panel.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just go. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, awesome. Let's go. It's cool.
5 minutes.
All right. Okay, we'll do it right.
This will just run long. Yeah. There's no rules.
There's no rules in this.
That's what we like to hear. I think the run has kind of like the same problem where there's not side to side, which is also kind of a style when you do this kind of run, which is just like ninja style. It's more like, it's the stylistic choice. I'm not from here, so. So it has that kind of like, you see the root and it's just not doing anything. So when you see that by itself, it's, you could add a little more balance to that.
Slightly more up and down on the hips. Yeah.
There you go. I'm just controlling stuff. So it's fine. So no, and I agree with you. It's like you can, if it had a little bit more bounce and like some overlap in the shoulders as well, maybe. It's like, but it's pretty solid. To me, there's like the bulk of it's there. That to me is like that's like 80% the way there. Yeah. It's like if you had someone as amazing as these guys, then I feel like it could take it over the top. It's like, but that's pretty solid to me. So we could go past the run.
The pose is really great. Like everything's really great.
And the timing is, and the style, like you're going for, is definitely like you can read what you can read what type of character you're trying to do, which is great.
Yeah, and the style is consistent across all the animations. The decisions they made, you can tell they're pushing for a style. They're not just trying for just animation. They're pushing it.
Okay, so I get a little bit confused with the end part when the hits at the end, I suppose. Let's see. Do you mind to just go back? I'm going to try and pause it. So that's cool. That attack, that's pretty clear. That reads. In fact, you've got this massive shadow on the side. That also helps. That's pretty awesome. And then he's doing a nice spin, and then you come down. And it's that end part. When you land, it's that bit. That's not as clear with the read. So when you land, you kind of feel like maybe you could enhance that impact a little bit more. So when you hit down and then maybe show where you've hit, maybe show the lines of how you've hit. And then you could even hold that for a little bit before you come until you come out to the next one. I think that attack there doesn't quite read, but everything else in that works.
And I have to say, it's pretty pro that they did put the shadow silhouette on the side. Like, you pointed that out. I didn't notice that, but it just makes it even more readable. I think that's a cool little touch they did.
Do you think the presentation matters when because you're the panelist, you're evaluating like the best this is made in 48 hours. I think
You're showing their
Matter.
thought process. Everything they put here is they're showing their thought process, and I think that was a good idea.
One thing I would say, it's whenever, and I actually learned this at GDC this year, yesterday, if you're going to do an attack or something, try to make something react to it. So if you're trying to sell the impact, you could have put like maybe some particles like reacting to where the impact is happening. So you can sell that. That was a very useful tip from yesterday, so check it out.
So this was done in 48 hours.
48 hours.
That's phenomenal.
This team was a team.
That's
I think I'm
so.
going to
I would take 48 hours to work out how to export it and put it in the engine. So
I would say you need to talk to the tech artists.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
who's-
They
yeah,
were
no.
clearly more on top of their shit. Yeah.
Well done.
That was the Iberian team for the people who were talking.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, I think in my eagerness to start the panel, I maybe didn't explain very much. But yeah, there were 62. Everybody who I'm showing today is a winner. Like everyone who you see today has already won and will get a bunch of swag, which I'll show you later. We're just choosing the best of the best. And culling down to 6 was difficult. Like, I can't believe what these people accomplished in 48 hours. Can you hold this?
Oh, so the notes do work. Oh, okay.
Well, we changed. I would also say if you can hold the pose on an impact, which is probably what Christian was trying
Okay.
to say.
So we have a new one. Got a pet chicken. Oh. This.
Like the banjo.
This.
Oh, those legs are amazing.
Get a banjo.
Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, wait, whoa. Whoa, so he's
shooting
like,
chicken eggs.
and there's feathers?
It's feathers.
Please,
That's insane.
we need a game.
Oh. Oh, he
And
died.
flowers.
And oh,
That's
what?
incredible.
He's riding the chicken.
Oh no, just can we
I
just take that in? for
Yeah,
a
just
minute?
loop it,
We
please.
need to watch this for like 5 minutes. We'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Please ship this game. Whoever.
What? Yeah, what is it?
Can you tell us a team name?
Wait. So let's look at some of the subtlety, right? Okay, and the hip, that's fine. Banjo comes out of nowhere. The foot, the tap, the little dance. There's just like
And I love how the chicken's kind of.
whoa, and then he picks the chicken, and then he starts shooting.
the attack.
Where's he
This is the
shooting the?
attack.
Where are the eggs from? Oh, it's from his arse. He's like, it's like
Did
he's
you
like,
just
should-
learn this?
No. Well, I did.
birds and
So
the
we're
bees.
done now. And then flowers. Oh, so pretty. And the women. So the chicken's giving the eulogy. Oh, this guy's thought of everything. Or girl, this person has thought of everything. That's insane.
Say, this is really original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So straight out of the gate, before we even look at animation, this, as Jay said, this is just hit us as original. So this is something that we talk about, right? It's like in a lot of reels we see walks and we see attacks, and they're all kind of like, oh look, here's a walk, here's this. But this guy is like straight away out the gate caught our attention.
Did they do a movement animation? They might be disqualified, actually.
Whoa.
Rides a chicken.
Oh, he rides the chicken. Oh,
riding
that
chicken.
shit.
That's if that's not movement, then you're dead inside. So.
Well, I would say though, like the side to side of the chicken is like, okay, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. But like the weight, no, it's totally fine.
And then
All right, so watch the chicken when he dances. The chicken's not impressed. Just watch.
on.
It's kinda
Yeah,
like,
I think the chicken, it's no, it's
yeah.
fine.
He's like,
So yeah, you could do more with the chicken idol. So
I think that they wanted the
we're
chicken
picking.
to clean
We're picking hairs now.
So, yeah, just to nitpick, I would say when he's shooting the eggs, you could probably put a little more kickback on him, maybe.
Can we give marks for originality? Marks for originality is like off the scale.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how they did this in 48 hours. Like, I'll tell you some. They
So,
gave me
there's
very little
props?
information about this. I know there's 3 people, and I know their names.
Whoa! I just saw that. I didn't see that before.
Wait, what
It's
happened?
like this is just
He's
the
scratching.
This is the animation that keeps on giving. It's like, did you see the arse scratch? Watch.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of arse action because it shoots eggs out of the chicken's bottom and then he's like scratching the arse and then
Let's play that back again.
okay, slow motion. Can we do slow motion?
There we go.
Look at the ass scratch.
Well,
You're going
I
to keep
would
going back.
say-
Look, he's even looking at it. Look at that. Wait,
I would say no.
if you looked at that, then that's it. Look, he's doing the whole thing. Look, looks like he's looking at.
Oh, you get punches.
Yeah, you get punches. Look. Are you looking at that?
Look.
At home, are you looking at the thing?
Let's do it again. I do say though that
Oh.
pose could be stronger.
Oh, wow.
It's like really getting in there. You really, you really,
So more bend in the elbow when he's
you
scratching
really,
his ass.
really need to get in there.
Okay.
There's no-
Okay. Now we've enjoyed it. Yeah. No, I agree with you. So you could really. Do you want to?
Yeah,
do you want,
it's like-
so you know what the best way to work this is reference.
Yeah.
So reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about you? Yeah, that's it. This like
Who's
really
gonna
like
be the chicken in
lines
the
of
reference?
action.
You're the chicken?
Lines of action. Just really kind of just dig away.
Yeah, it's a bit like. I mean, I'm just saying.
Perfect. That's it. No, it's
It
perfect.
could just be half-ass scratching.
Hey. Is that even a joke? Would you mean that?
All right. Is there anybody else that hasn't seen these yet that would like to replace Jay as the panelist?
Yeah.
This is a no pun zone here. You get up here too.
I
Okay.
think they added some facial too.
See, there's some things that kind of go off weight, but I kind of think that works with the style. You know, it's like, I think it's okay to do that. It's like, and again, 48 hours, this is incredible in 48 hours. I seriously don't think I could do this in 48 hours.
No.
I really don't.
You can't?
Now I need wine.
Me neither. But I would say something too. There's some missing blinks on the attacks. Just, if we're getting picky here,
So much going on.
there's some blinks missing here. He's not blinking. I would blink every time I, references. Get a chicken and shoot.
There's so much going on. It is the animation that keeps on giving.
All right.
Good job.
Well
Good.
done.
Well,
Yeah,
good job.
I don't. Let's clap for that.
Yeah.
This will be.
Oh.
This is Splinosaurus gang. Oh, how am I gonna hold it all? I don't know. This is, you don't know. Didn't think. Oh, you're caught.
Richard out, everybody.
Yeah, we need a moment apparently of wine after that
Oh,
one.
this chicken's amazing.
That has made my day.
Yeah. Can we hire these 3 kids? I don't know if they're kids or not.
Was
I
that
know-
one person or was that team?
That was a team of 3.
How many people?
3. I just literally just said that.
I feel like the idiot because she looks at me.
Oh God, I apologize to the team that had to follow that last one, but this is also phenomenal. So prepare yourself.
Don't tell us that before we've seen it. We'll judge if it's phenomenal.
Well-
Thank you very much, Gwen.
God damn it. Fine. That's fair. Oh, look at that.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty good.
He's got his arm in a chair.
I had a good time. I got to look at all these animations a lot. It was
I'm taking it in. It's yep.
Nice squash and stretch there. I like it. He does the attack and takes a rest. He's like, cool.
I like how you added things reacting to the attack. Okay, maybe we should watch the whole thing and then. It's on repeat. All right. Where? Okay. Thank you.
I'll be the technical person, shall I?
The wine is really complicated.
You're the motion matching
Hands.
one.
We have notepads and wine and
Okay.
microphones.
There's a lot of things in our hands. So I like
So-
the pose.
I like the pose too. Part of me wonders if the chair would have read better if his arm's not through it and where it was like slung over. Or
She won't give me a microphone. I can't talk.
oh, 2 microphones here.
No, you don't want to do a double voice. So,
I like.
okay. So, yeah. So I like that there's a prop in there. I think that works really well. I think that the hang in the air, I think maybe is a bit much there, but I think it's cool. I really like how he sits on a chair. Or again, him or her, I don't know. It's like,
That looks like a him. I mean,
well,
Maybe.
Why?
She could lift. You don't know.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
A squat.
All right.
But I love the use of the chair in each of the animations. I think that to me, I'm not sure it looks fully like a death.
Looks like he caused his own death.
Yes. Yes.
It's what the teacher warned you about.
Well,
as a
so
kid.
if you, so
Chair, you're gonna fall.
so that's a good point. Okay.
It wasn't. It specified that it had to be a kill animation. It was set it
Okay.
down.
Oh, yeah. Look at us assuming.
All right. Okay. Fine. So what's very important there is intention, is the direction of the of what you're being told to do. So I love the chair part at the end. I think that's awesome.
Overall, I like how loose he is.
One thing I like the use of like the reaction to the attacks. It's what I was saying earlier. Like when the chair hits, there's something happening, so it registers. I like the animation overall. It has like good polish to it for like the amount of time it's been done. So that's pretty good. But I feel like it needs a little more like asymmetry on the poses, like especially the chest, like a little bit more like maybe curves on overall poses, like the head and root, they're on the same line. Just a little bit more curve. Like what is this character trying to do with that chair? That's what I'm not understanding as much. Is he gonna sit down? You know, the idol is like he's holding a chair, but is it a weapon? Is it, you know?
For me, the idol, I think that even if it's just kind of like a base kind of idol, I think it can do more than just breathe. We see a lot of idols that is just breathing. I think that maybe even just kind of like, you don't want to go too far with the weight shifts, but at least have something in there. You don't want it to look like just a static pose. Again, I think that considering all the work, I think 48 hours, I think it's amazing. But if I was doing an idol, I think your idol is one of your most important things. It's the first thing you see. It's the thing you see a lot. So you always want to make that interesting, and you want to try and build some appeal into that that's other than just breathing.
And with that pose, I think, yeah, he could have done it in a pose where it brings actually more attention to the chair as the, hey, this is my thing.
But I think overall timing, it's really good. Like for that amount of time, it's actually.
You could fix. Sorry. You could fix that idol with like layers. You could maybe kind of put some extra stuff on top of that, and you could use that as your base, and then really just play around with all these different things. I think that run's great. There's some good shoulder action in there. I think there's some good pace in there. There's some good bounce, like even like left and right. It looks cool. You know, I'm trying to work out why he's holding a chair, but maybe he's just chairman. It's like, and his obsession with chairs, just like he just likes to sit down during a fight. I don't know, but it's like it's cool. There's a use of a prop, and then it's kind of its result in the world as well is kind of nice. Again, if any of these pieces were on a reel, I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
Well done.
It's amazing they did that in 48 hours. This was actually the other two teams were 3 people. This team was 1 person.
What? Because surely we've got to give marks for difficulty then. If like,
I mean,
because if there's
it's up to
4,
you how
then they
you
each
judge
tackle
it.
an animation. If there's
I
1,
guess
they're doing.
Lana, it will be the.
Wow.
If Lana skulks, then we'll say no. But I think you guys make up the rules.
Oh.
You're, like I said, everybody here is already a oneer. Or a oneer.
That's Callum. Callum Batty. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Well done.
Cells here, so we can make a graph.
So you want to like in different vectors, like creativity, which is on a scale from 0 to chicken, and then. All right.
From chair to chair.
Yeah, the execution, which will like we would need an execution. All right, so that was the last 3D one. We're gonna start looking at the 2D animation now. So the finalists, the winners in 2D animation. Here's the first one. Oh, wait, shit, hold on. Sorry. Oh, I already said it. So the last team was Callum. That Broken Spline. For the people who are voting at home, the team name for that, Callum Batty, I hope is his name, was That Broken Spline. Now we're going to do the first 2D.
That's you, Christian.
Oh.
Hey, I'm not the one with grey hair. So yeah, burn. How about them apples? You like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I think I've gone too far. Oh no.
You're gonna get a chair in a minute.
I don't have
here.
a comeback for that. I tried.
I say gray is wisdom.
Right.
I agree.
Wisdom.
I'm scared now.
Wisdom.
You dye your hair?
Yeah. Okay, so the fact that I used to be a 2D animator, a traditional animator, and this out the gate it's an extra level of skill, right? In 48 hours is insane. So to me, this looks like it's on. I don't know whether it's on. It's kind of a combination of like 2s and 1s, and
So I feel like this last bit just raises it up several levels. The walk's cool, the fall is cool, but then the get wrecked.
I should say every team they had 4 animations they had to do, and they said there was optionally you can do 1 flare animation. Most people didn't choose to do it. This team chose.
oh, old man attack. Have that. Oh, old man death. Oh, go on. Oh, go.
Come on, you can do it. No. Like he's so happy.
It's idle. See, that's nice. Like that pose is idle. Again, it's like I'd want to see a bit more with that, but he looks super happy. Oh no, yeah. So that's like the little flare thing. God, so get wrecked, get good. Yeah.
I've never done 2D, and I have a very big admiration for people that do. But seeing these, I think you could push the poses a little more. You know, like just the key poses of like anticipations and like the actual hit, or you know, like the main poses, like push them a little more. Like the idol, same, like put a little bit more, you know, less symmetry on the arms, so they're not in the same level. You know, the spine, a little more curves.
Yeah, and his, you know, just like the earlier animations, his center of gravity is a little off here on his walk forward. And it'd be nice if you pulled the hips back and maybe put more of a hunch in his spine.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
That was the candy bag. Here, can you hold this?
While we're changing, I would say also maybe some particles, like some, when it hits, just add some of those, how do you call those? Some dust or like, yeah, some stuff that reacts to, we're changing stuff. Say something.
Are we making sense? Cool.
Hey.
Okay. Because we could, because Jay's already said that he's like, hey, you're here because you're the hot air. I'm like, what do you mean by that? He means, well, apparently I talk a lot. Oh, look, we're back on animation.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, there's a bit of kind of hip sway there,
Like there's kind of some like stored energy in that.
like a kind of a stealthy, yeah, sneaky stealth walk. That's
Very
pretty
nice.
cool.
Super readable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a pure shadow.
Well, silhouettes, right? Oh,
Oh, nice. Oh,
that's cool.
I would play this game.
So the attack, okay.
Uh,
Oh, kick death in the nuts. Oh,
I want
Oh,
that weapon.
dude,
it's like fuck you, death.
those guys were like just chilling out, and
Yeah.
they got
Repeat
killed.
this. Wait. We don't see.
Wait.
Repeat, loop.
Yeah, let's
Nope.
play that again.
I actually love that weapon. I want it.
Go on, I'll control. Go on.
Yeah, I feel like you can design a bit of a game with just this stuff right here. A lot of stuff is designed. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I've never done 2D, but yesterday, learning about pixels, I know, I keep going about yesterday, but it feels like you've gone for this feeling where like the line is expanding and shrinking. I don't know whether it's like style choice or it's just something's gone wrong, but
So the thing that I really like about the idol is kind of again, it's not like a symmetrical idol. There's some really nice kind of boil to it, I suppose. That's the best way to look at it. It's like, if you look at the overlap on that left hand, there's not much on the fingers, but that's fine. I'll probably put some more on the fingers, but on the wrist, it's kind of cool, and there's some, I really like the pose. I think the pose is really strong. It kind of looks like he's hip thrusting a little bit, but yeah, a bit of Michael Jackson there, and there's like, and this there, it kind of, I don't know what he's doing with that left hand between his legs. It looks a bit weird, but
Weird.
but still, what I really like about this is it's super strong silhouette-wise. It's really, really clear.
Well, it is a
And-
silhouette.
Well, it is. It's a walking silhouette.
And
this
this is my only. This is very nitpicky, but the weapon itself, the floaty bit at the bottom, it's a little bit too far from it, and it has a little bit of kind of tangent issues with the feet. And when you first look at it, you kind of can't make sense of what it is. I would just pull that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that little zap they put on the string, just that 2-frame little zigzag.
I like the sneaky walk. Like it definitely sells who the character is. I think I feel like he's like a more like a stealthy type of characters if we were in a video game. Yeah, and like the timing is great. It's like it loops, it closes the loop.
See, that pose alone is pretty strong as well. That's pretty cool. It's like, the thing is you've got that pose there, and I suppose it doesn't really matter because you kind of deal with blends, but that pose there isn't as strong as, where is it? Sorry. As that. That's a stronger pose there. Whereas it just feels like, sorry, it's YouTube. There you go. That's super casual. You know what I mean? As in, and I suppose it doesn't matter because it's a death animation because it would blend. But then if it's 2D, then I don't know how much you're using blends, right?
And something that you said earlier, where like some because there's no like volume, it's like a silhouette. Try to like keep it clean. Like some of the arm like hide under it, and we don't know what it's doing, or like going behind the legs, or like so we don't know what that hand is doing. So maybe like bring it to be like more readable.
Maybe get a little more air between that arm and the.
If needed.
Something I've just seen with that attack as well is like there's a lot of weight in that attack. That's great. Bam! You see that? You see when the kind of the axe hits. It's like, see, look at that pose there. That's super cool. It's like shame. Oh, no. So it's like when that hits, that feels like it's actually got weight. So great job on that. That feels really good. It's like nice and fluid. It's like those hits feel like they got impact. They've got like really strong poses on the impact as well, and I think that's super key. It's like impact poses are really important, and because again it helps with the readability.
And again, it was this one person.
I love the weapon.
That is dead
I
squid.
want it.
Great job.
That's probably not his given name.
What's the name?
The name would be Devin Solano.
I want to see what happens with the weapon when he gets attacked, though.
We're cutting you off, Christian.
Okay, so here, I want to see what happens. It's like, okay, so the weapon seems to be firing, like, yeah. I don't understand what's happening with that effect when he fires. Like, there's stuff happening on his back. I'm not reading,
But Devin, I love the fact that you've kicked death in the nuts. So if you can kick death in the nuts, yeah, well done. That works.
I don't know, that guy doesn't seem like he's animated properly.
But he's a dungeon master. Leave him alone.
No, this part here, I don't understand this.
Yeah, it's going back. You feel like it should go forward, right?
Yeah. I feel like the arrow or something is going backwards instead of forward, and maybe that's intentional, and it's a.
Do you think that might be a framing thing? Like if that character was more frame left, or do you think that if it was frame left and you could see it that way? So it might just be a simple framing thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, or closer a little bit to where that's happening. It's just a little bit isolated from where the action of the arrow is happening.
I suppose so much is happening behind the shot that you don't see anything in front of the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree, Christian.
Yes.
We're all getting along up here. Earlier, they were not.
We love each other.
That's the power of wine. Hey, before I do this, can a millennial tell me how to make it not? Yeah, Lana, It's gonna be good. Okay. Give me.
Water.
So can we put this? Can we repeat this?
Okay. Did somebody else?
No. I feel like Lana should be here.
Oh well, I'm out.
This looks good already.
You should play it first before we just step through.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not about you.
You're so mean. Right, it's playing.
Cool. Nice volume. So it's a frog with claws,
It's like paddles.
paddles. I like that run. I like how he's really rotating around. You really can read
Check
that.
out those smear frames as well. Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What that? Oh, that.
Oh, we know what it is now.
Wait, what is it?
A claw? Like a
a
clunk,
claw.
clunk, clunk,
Like a crab. Like a crab.
clunk. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Crab claw. Okay.
It's like a
It's a frog with crab claws.
clawed frog.
That's obvious.
It's a frog with crab claws that break off and shoot. Is that the deal?
That.
Man, this is
This is.
one of those where it's a frog with this string that comes out. It would have been cool if it was like his tongue.
yeah.
What's that? Is it like? What?
Oh, I thought you was.
Is it? Oh, is it? What is it?
I thought that was coming.
No, is it?
It's oh nope.
Oh, dead.
Oh,
Okay, right,
oh.
fine. So if you have to write dead above it, I think
That was probably 2 seconds too long
Yeah.
for the hold.
yeah. Lana. So the first thing that I saw with this was the smear frames. I really like that. This kind of like ninjutsu kind of thing attack is really cool with a chop chop. Look at that, that's awesome.
I'm really impressed.
A little arm. Bam! That's, oh, look at that. Look, and he like squashes. It's got everything. It's got all the 12 principles. What are they, Jay?
You didn't know there'd be a test today.
Yeah.
Squash.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Yeah.
Staging.
Sneezy.
Sneezy.
Happy. Dopey. Yeah. But yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I could easily see a platform game with this guy running around and doing what he does.
One thing I would say, because, you know, sometimes I get serious. It's like when he's he, she, they, whatever. Yeah. So it's thank you. The run cycle. It's a little bit too slow for me because I can see that like weight going like this one. There's no up and down, so there's no like kind of weight to it. Does that work?
I love it anyway.
I do too. It might just be like that because she's very
He could
proud.
have like a little push right when he pushes off, just a little. Huh.
But is that strings? It's just awesome.
So there's a ton of personality in this, though. Yeah. That's the thing. The thing that I really like about this is like I really want to see more of this, and I think that's something that again with reels for me it's like okay, I want to see more of this character. I mean, if this person had like more time, you'd want to see this colored in, and like this. If I saw that in a reel, I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool.
They don't get more time. They get 48 hours. This person did not sleep. That's insane.
And they did stuff that they didn't have to do, right? He did his shot, but then he did all these cool motions after the fact, just to show his personality.
It's gonna loop. Yeah.
dead.
Dead.
I got it looping. They told me how. Yeah. Which is good. Oh, here.
I think on the idle, you could offset like the dips of between his arms and his body. Right now, they're all kind of hitting on the same frame. Minor.
Coming back to earlier again, when she, the frog or crab, steps, I like how you sell that impact with the effects and like all the smear frames it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do 2D. So but it's awesome. It's like all the.
They have smear frames in 3D too.
Where?
In Overwatch.
Oh yeah, that too.
So I would say it's like we've kind of said about this is like the death. I mean, it may again be on style, but it's kind of
That's just too long. That's
and then it goes. It's like it is. It's like maybe have a little bit more, and maybe have some kind of and then dead. You know, it's like just have a little bit of movement. I think it's like it's cool, but it just, as Jay said, it holds like just 2 seconds too long. It doesn't need to be that.
just like two little Wile E. Coyote kind of last like then dead. It just holds too long, and it feels like the animation just got stopped.
Do we have Jake here? Is Jake here? 'Cause yeah.
yes,
You've
hold
got
on.
like the 2D guy.
Cuphead.
You've got Cuphead guy. Why are
from
we
Cuphead.
looking at 2D stuff when we've got Cuphead guy here?
Fun.
Hey, Cuphead guy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jake. I worked on Cuphead.
Yay! You can leave
Oh,
now.
Lord,
We're done.
okay.
No, Jake.
What am I doing here?
You should have been paying attention. That's what you should have been doing.
Attention. Okay. Sort of.
We've been looking at all the 2D ones. Jake, 2D guy, Jake, that does 2D.
Can we
really
brighten the
well?
screen up a little
Award-winning
bit?
Jake.
What's going on here? How do you guys even see this?
They're drunk.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, that's much nicer.
Yeah, right.
What's happening? Is the character is?
Okay, I love the frog guy. I'm going to start with that.
We all.
Take it in, Jake. Just
Taking it in. I'm taking it in. Just give me a moment.
Read before.
Yeah, we can all see now.
Yeah. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, I like a lot of the smear stuff and a lot of the snappiness of it. One thing that does stand out to me, though, is in the run animation, I noticed the body stays pretty static. Like it pretty much stays in place while he's running, and that can kind of work for a really fast run, but for a slower run like this, like let me.
so there you go. So what do you think of the? What do you think
first,
of the?
yeah,
Go on, yeah.
So let's see the idle.
Break it down.
Okay. Yeah, I like the opposition of the body and the head going up with the arms going down. That part's nice. There's a pretty big. There's kind of an issue with the claws, how they change volume quite a bit. Like when they're at the bottom pose, they're pretty small, and then when they're up higher, they're a lot bigger.
I'm interested into what you think of. So you've got this death animation. We had a couple of thoughts on this, and I'm interested to what you would do with this because it might be a style choice. So wait a second. So this is the death.
Standing here, and then. Is it? Did he just?
There we go. So what's your thoughts on
die
that?
of old age on the spot or something?
So how would you deal with that? Because that might be a style choice. If they want to have it die for a year before it
Yeah, I
dies.
mean, maybe if he was getting like petrified magically or something.
You kind of boil it.
Yeah, it totally depends on what it is. I mean, if he did basically get like frozen and then he just dies in place, yeah, you'd basically boil it and the pose would stay the same. But I think it just stays in this kind of state just a little bit too long. Like maybe it could freeze and then start shaking and then he could fall or something like that. And the way it goes from this pose to the same thing, but then the eyes have the X.
Can we step through?
Maybe the eyes could bulge at the same time as the X's
Bam.
appear or something like that.
There you go. Like that. Can we do sound effects?
I feel mean ripping it apart. That's kind of the point of this, right? Is that...
No. We want you to compliment it. What the fuck are you doing? It's like, you're so bad.
I'm shit. Okay, so so like there's it doesn't totally work how it's totally still, and then it instantly goes into like super speed smear into the ground and explode into a puddle of goo. Like it's such a massive change. Like maybe it would need like a couple frames of starting to drop down before it starts smearing into the ground, kind of thing. See this?
Use those. You can step.
Oh,
Use the step.
right.
No,
Oh, geez.
those are keys.
Right. That's... Okay, so there is kind of a lead into it. I do like that the like everything's still and then the hands drop and then he goes down, the hands dropping sort of it doesn't totally sell it for me here, but the idea does make sense to me that the arms would drop and that would drag him down. But just maybe a little bit more of the body needs to ease into the motion going down.
I think you need kind of more to sell it, I suppose, because you can't kind of get like the crosses in the eyes, like, or is it?
Yeah, it would just help a lot to know exactly what's happening to the frog here.
Do you think it has something to do with it's lost the hooks? Because they're there and they're very strong, so maybe they want to be like, oh, I don't have these anymore, I'm dead. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think because this is really strong, and like maybe he's lost. Like someone is chopped.
Oh, like his hands get chopped off and then.
Because they're like, so it's like I don't have them anymore, like this thing, and then it's like, oh, my eyes.
I've lost my claws. Oh.
Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, is this another frog he was shooting at? These are the claws left over.
Dead. Dead.
Maybe.
So basically, what you're saying, just there needs to be some more readability and a bit more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, so
Just a little
if it was kind of boiling a little bit.
Yeah, that would help for sure. That
It.
would help for sure. Like it kind of it's okay in this case because, like on Cuphead, for example, if I was animating something like this where something dies and it's frozen in place and then it's going to drop, I would just draw one frame, and then somebody like the inker would then ink over that multiple times to make it boil. Like in the rough stage, you don't need to boil it because boiling would happen after the rough stage. So that kind of works here. But yeah, I think it would just help a lot to know really what's going on. Let me see this here. I think here where he's stomping, you could probably really milk the body a lot more. Like right now, right here. Okay, so right here you see he's like this. And then if you watch his body, it pretty much stays in the same spot here. It's pretty much, it doesn't really go up a whole lot as he lifts up the leg to go into that motion. It goes a little bit down when he stomps down, but I think maybe you could really exaggerate really lifting up the body and then really going down.
I find it kind of really technically impressive, the fact that if you go through some of the frames, it's a real good understanding of what the motion is supposed to be, because if you go through the individual frames, they kind of make no sense. But if you see them as an animation. Yeah, but if you look at them as a whole, like look at that.
Yeah.
But because of this before and this after, this works.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that it shows a real good technical understanding of the kind of the principles of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that like fast motion smeary stuff is what I like the most about this, I think.
The minimalism too in those.
Yeah.
Jake, you've done 2D. I haven't. Like 48 hours. Is this an absurd amount of work for 48 hours?
That's quite a bit. Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
That's insane. That was it. I just wanted to.
As award-winning Jake on Cuphead guy.
There you go.
So, could you do this?
Wait. Hold on. Were we clapping for Jake or for the animation? I feel like we should.
Both, absolutely both.
What? All right. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. The panelist of judges has seen all 6 animations. We're gonna let them deliberate. They're gonna read their notes. I don't think anybody took note. Oh shit! Amadina took notes.
3 pages of notes.
What is that?
I have a note.
That just says that's the number 10.
I gave someone a 10 at one point.
That's very clear. It's a glass of. Here, you have.
Wine.
I have notes.
Somebody bring the judges wine.
Wine.
While they're gonna.
Wine us. We need wine.
Also, mute. Yeah, here. Give me your mic. We're taking the mics away so they don't accidentally talk into the mics. Deliberate. Let me know when you're done. All right. Shit. I'm out of. Did I spill anything? If you want to be in the shot. We're aiming the shot here. You might want to get out. I mean, move. Don't feel like you're listening. All right. So, the winners. While the judges are deliberating, we're going to go ahead and show you some of the swag we got here. Check out the swag. What is going on? There's a gremlin under the table that's holding up a horizon. Why are you always hiding under stuff? What is this? Is there another person under there? Ryan. Ryan Duffin from DICE. He's trying to get out of the shot because they were in the way of the swag. Thank you for helping. Actually, under the table. All right, so everybody, all the animators that spoke the animation boot camp and that were part of the animation exchange, all pulled. We asked them to give whatever they could find from their studios, and everyone brought something. All of this swag is going to the various people that have participated in the animation jam. So thank you guys for participating, and thank the studios, every studio that that gave us stuff. More, not yet. We couldn't even show it all. Like Epic sent us a box. I don't even know what's in the box. Do you want a Gremlin? What's in the box, Gremlin? There's bags. There's diapers. I'm sure that was holding a thing, or I don't know. All right, how much? Let me know when you're done. I'm gonna keep stretching. They're drunk. So, yes, we have. Wait! I forgot several things. First off, I think it's time. They've probably been telling you in chat. It's time for you guys to choose your fan favorite of the teams. Hopefully you've done that. I'm just being given stuff. What game is this even from? Do you even know? Are you just handing me tissue paper? This is tissue paper, Tim. Tim, you're not helping, man. Yeah, dude, these are. You're giving. Is that like a tea cozy from Epic, or what is? Oh, it's like a thing. It's a thermos. I just forgot the word. Okay, Tim, go away. Under the table. Actually, yeah, that was effective. Oh, this is brilliant. Yeah. All right. They're still talking. Okay. So swag. Yeah. Let's just keep looking at the swag, guys. Look at it. While you guys deliberate, they deliberate.
I just want to say, we said, hey, does anybody have any free swag that they can donate for this? Thinking we might get a couple things. There's I don't know how many games we have here. We've got game codes. We've got signed games. Uncharted Lost Legacy signed by, I believe it's the voice actresses. We've got the Mario Rabbids signed by the team. We've got Heroes of the Storm signed posters, signed games. We've got art books from Horizon. We've got Flame in the Flood stuff. I mean, it is nuts. We've got Aloy plushies.
That's a soundtrack by Chuck Reagan.
I mean, this is like I am so blown away by everyone here and by the studios that they work for, that they were just so open and giving of all this amazing stuff.
Shout out to Epic too. They've got these sweet bags on the way. We don't even have those yet. They have
Autodesk. Yeah.
Autodesk.
Autodesk has bags coming. It's like way more than I ever expected anybody would donate, and it's a testament to everyone here and to all the studios they work at that they're so willing to get all this stuff together. So it's like you can just look at this stuff forever, and I want to take it all for myself.
Yeah, like they won't know if we take stuff.
I mean, they do now because we put it on a stream, and people will be like, "Where's my thing?"
Let's get as much close up of this as possible. If you are a winner, if you are a best in show, please email us. Here, Lana, what's the email to send?
The email is teatimeanimationclub@gmail.com. teatimeanimatio@gmail.com.
Did you forget how to spell animation? There's been a lot of wine here today, guys. All right.
But yeah, if you're one of the winners, one of the top choices, then let us know what couple of things on the table you're most interested in, so we can try and get those to you. But everyone who you saw, you're going to get some part of this. So
yes,
thank you.
And I have to say, all 6 of the finalists were fantastic. So here we go. How are we? How do you want to tell? How are we going to tell them? Should we like game show it? Like how do we show them who won?
Like Pop Idol, American Idol,
Yeah.
Factor, whatever it's called over here.
I see that you've clearly chosen.
We have chosen.
All right, play the who's the winning for 3D. Don't close those because you might need
For
them.
3D.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Let's give it up to Spinosaurus. Hold on, let me get my paper.
All right, and this is our winner for 3D. Chicken Man.
Push it.
Yeah.
So everybody from the Spinosaurus gang, everybody wrote us little blurbs and things. For some reason, from the Spinosaurus gang, I got very little information. They didn't write like here's who we are, no bio, nothing like that. They simply sent in their names. So we're just gonna say those. Oh God. Okay. So Constantine Wilk.
Constantine Wilk.
Yes.
Carl Bernhard. And Stephen King. Oh, my
King.
God.
We got one.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
To you 3 fine gentlemen.
Should we say why we picked it?
Gentlemen. Oh yeah. Do that, yeah.
No. Well, well, I have a why, and I'm going to say it whether you like it or not. So, and to us, it was like the originality on this just stuck out. It's like the technical ability and all the. It's the extra. I mean, even just looking at this one pose. I mean, look at that face. Look at the fact that he's riding a chicken. It's just like. I mean, it's the attention to detail, and it's impressive. It really is impressive. It's like, and it's like if this was on a reel, this would grab our attention. All 3 of us would kind of agree with like, okay, that's pretty cool. So good job.
Good job. And it was not just the creativity; it was well executed for 48 hours.
Well, for more than 48 hours, it's still well executed. It's like.
Should we clap again? I feel like.
Yeah. Woo!
Well done. All right. So who's best in show for 2D? Can we pull up? You're just gonna. Okay. I like that you circled it and then wrote it out again, and then pointed at it.
Maybe this person wants to be like shown out by Jake as well. I kind of feel like I want to bring Jake back. I want to bring Jake. These guys, and you may not, but I want to bring Jake.
So all of the
Hi. Hello.
all of the hold on a second. Stand here and be weird. Okay, so all of the 2D entries were submitted by each of them was just a 1-person team. This winner is Poison Jam. The name of the individual is Guy Cass, and here's what he had to say. Hi, all. Shot breakdown might be unnecessary since I worked alone, and here's a brief description of this character. His name is Kogan Cho. He is a frog, also a hitman. His weapon of choice are 2 large rocket-powered snapping turtle gloves he wears on both hands. They open and clamp down like bear traps. He fires them from the 2 canisters on his arms, and they are retractable thanks to the bungee cable attaching them to each wrist. Because of this, he can also swing the gloves around and often jumps rope with them to pass the time. Guy Cass, you're a visionary, man. Go ahead.
What am I doing here?
I don't know.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Am I like picking the 2D winner?
No, they already.
Yeah, this is the winner. We were just.
Well, they decided.
He
that
wins. He won. Give it up for that guy. I seriously don't know what I'm doing here.
Go away. You may go.
Thank you.
This is one of those things where you want. I guess they just wanted somebody else to be accountable for their decision.
So again, what we're going to do is like, because with the 3D, we wanted to kind of say why. Again, the originality, and then the fact that you've just said everything you said is still pretty cool, and it kind of makes sense. The thing I really liked about this was what they didn't show. It's the technical ability of understanding the animation, of the fact that they can too far. So it was they could have frames. Hold this. It was like it could have frames that didn't. Oh, it's not stopping, but it could show. It could. Thank you. Is it working? Yay! There we go. Just little things like this, like that. That frame there wouldn't work unless these frames here were there and these frames here. It's like the understanding of how that motion works through everything is phenomenal. It's like I'm really impressed with that. And all the stuff, that the background of the character clearly is like this person has thought about this background. Animating ropes, man. It's like ropes, like that would be hard for us to do in 3D, and we get the power of computers to do it. It's like this guy's drawn every single rope, and it still looks amazing. Great job. It's sort of really good.
Yeah, this was incredibly hard. It's been a really fun day looking at all the animations and all the entries everybody has submitted. This was really fulfilling and really fun. Jay, do you have something more you want to say? Or we just
I think this shows that good ideas are very important. That's half the problem to solve right there.
yeah. I think we should give a round of applause to Guy Cass. All right. This has been Review It Live. This has been a special edition of Review It Live. I don't know what it'll be next year. We'll find out. But I think what we are going to do is Mike Jungbluth is probably going to come up here and end the day.
Woo! Yeah!
Sorry, we like clapping. Let's give a special thanks to the panel who had no idea what they were in for.